It's RDS.
RDF.
Finally, you have no idea what we've been through.
Finally. Listen, if you're watching this episode, you do not know what we have
You
been
have
through
no
to be
idea.
here.
You have no idea.
Truth is, we were meant to start. The plan was to start to have the first episode right before the start of the Premier League, right? And we had all plans in place for that, but you know what? Two dads, two working dads, trying to be podcasters. But this is RDF, rightly dividing football. My name is Tomiwa, Emmanuel, and my wonderful co-host.
My name is Orelo Ashunbara Samobringa.
One. I think just your first and last name will suffice. Anyways, if you came here from Instagram or Twitter, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming. We're very happy you're here. If you don't already know, I'm an Arsenal fan, and then
And then I'm
already supporting one
the
devilish
bigger
club
club.
like this.
Yeah, bigger club.
Yeah, whatever. You know, in a way, it's kind of good that this is happening because when we recorded the first episode, for some reason my jerseys were not with me yet, and I was feeling so unserious. But here we are now. With everything is ready.
And
All right.
interestingly, we have jerseys from our first partner for the podcast, which is AM Jerseys. And I'm going to we're going to find a way to tag them and make content so that you guys can copy your jerseys from them. They actually sent us jerseys just to support. It's actually mad. But yeah, shout out to those guys for being true.
Yeah, amazing. Well done, guys. This first episode, we're just going to run with predictions. We're recording today, the 29th of August, which is about a day to the end of the transfer window. So, yeah. So, based on what we know now to be the transfers of the because it's looking
a lot
like
has happened since the first.
a lot has happened since we tried to record. And recent rumors show us that a lot would still happen on the deadline day for some clubs. Anyways,
Why so hopeful?
no, because some clubs have gotten their own stuff set.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm not envious because I don't believe their transfers are the right moves. But I wish that my club would just sort out the one remaining thing. There's just one thing left. But anyways, we'll get into that. That's not for this episode. This episode is we're going to do our predictions for number 1 to number 6, right? Okay. That's Champions League spots at the end of the season, and then Europa League spots. We're not doing 7th and 8th because we don't really care much about Conference League.
Scream.
Sorry,
Chelsea.
Sorry, Chelsea.
Really
wait till the way things are moving.
Okay.
So just for clarity, when we recorded the first episode I recorded that didn't work. In that episode, we both unanimously, I'll see if I can find the videos and post. We both unanimously agreed that Chelsea are nowhere near the conversation of top 6 at all.
Yes.
But
it looks like you're serious, Abby.
In the time that we have recorded that first failed episode and now, Chelsea have signed Joao Felix, Chelsea have signed Pedro Neto, and then now we are hearing that they want to sign Ivan Toney. But we'll get into that in episode 2. Episode 1 is just for predictions. Essentially why we think we both have our top 6 lists and why we think that these clubs will finish in the top 6. So, all right. Over to you. Do you want to start from 6 and work your way up to number 1, or how do you want to do it?
I think I would want to. I think last time also I did 6 to. Was it 6? Yeah, no, I did first to 6 actually, and I think I want to do the same thing. Between the last time and now, Gundogan has arrived, which is a huge factor in the title race. However, I still think that there is a hunger and thirst that Arsenal have, and they've been having for a while. Hopefully it's not something that is just here to stay and we will not see the results. We are hoping that after conceiving for how many months now? If we don't reach So we just hope that they can actually now deliver, and we can do Omugo. But if that's not the case, we'll also do Omugo in the opposite. However, I'm thinking Arsenal for first position. I like that they signed Merino. I like that they've been able to add some flesh to the squad. I do think they still need attacking reinforcement. I'm hoping that they get somebody. If they are naive enough to not get anybody, as you can see, Gabriel already gave the normal signs. Even though Ateta said that he was sharp, I saw him. He said, there's something different. First game of the season, Baba would say, I'm feeling something. So I think they should get an additional person that would really help.
Do you think it should be a striker or a winger?
I think it should be an attacker. Probably not in 9. Probably not in 9, pure 9. You get like Watkins is somebody that I always liked, because Watkins can do LCF, can do left winger, can do centre forward, or they can come and buy Jadon Sancho. It's just that I don't really know. Or you can go for Sterling. You get it depends on your choice. But basically, I think they need reinforcement so that they can go foot on foot with City. So it's between City or Arsenal or Liverpool. In the case that Liverpool ball like thief, which is looking like it's, but I don't think they will maintain it. But yeah, so Arsenal, first position. I hope it doesn't happen, but by the signs, it looks like it will happen. Second position, City. Because of obvious reasons, Pep Guardiola, even though I know Guardiola is cooking something nasty for Arsenal, but I really hope you guys can actually triumph. Because if you don't, by next season, everybody will be ready again to, people would have made progress. Because like I always say, football is a project per club, and you need synergy, you need experience, you need talent. For some teams, they have the synergy. Some other teams have the talent. Some other teams have the experience. City has experience, synergy, and talent. Arsenal has talent, synergy, and from the past 2 seasons of heartbreak, they've also had the experience. Now it's for that experience to actually now come to fruition. Liverpool, and so this will explain why I'm ranking them in the way I'm ranking them. Liverpool, on the other hand, I'm not sure where Liverpool will be, to be honest. I don't think they can keep it up, so I'm not going to put them in the top 4. I think Tottenham has what it takes to actually get into the top 4.
Wait, you don't think Liverpool can stay in the top 4? Why?
Because they don't have the depth. They are very thin. And now they're going for Kesa, that is a solid talent, but is barely ever fit, has injury issues, and is coming to play heavy metal football in a very physical league. It's just not giving first season wonder. I might be wrong, absolutely fine to be wrong, but I do think that they would struggle to do that across 38 weeks. I think Tottenham have been able to build depth in very interesting ways. Young players, but very, very, very top quality young players. And then they've also been able to add some flesh in some ways. And to be honest, Angie unless injury doesn't come for everybody.
That's what I was going to say. Because personally, to be honest, if I want to be honest, normal Arsenal mantra is that Tottenham is shit and shit is Tottenham. But to be honest, if they hadn't gotten injuries last season,
they would have done better.
Boy, they were on a roll. Exactly. They were killing everybody.
Exactly. So those are the issues that you now look at and say, if things actually go well, I think they can come third. I think United will come fourth. I think we'll make top 4. Hopefully, by the blood of Jesus. We've signed Emmanuel. We've signed Joshua. We've signed Matthias. We are walking in the spirit. We are doing every work of the devil. because injury cannot rise his ugly head for 2 seasons. It's not fair. So I'm just, if we need to add Gabriel, we'll add Gabriel. Maybe we know say we don't cover ourselves with the blood, but we actually need a lot of help with that, because I do think that if you can stay fit with the team that we've been able to set up, we have a very good chance of doing a lot better and being more stable. I told someone, I said, like, this season for me is a transitional season. I want United to transition into a more stable side to show I need higher lows and maybe higher highs. But I'm not looking for, like, I'm not going for the title. Not because we cannot, because you can do wild season and just do my madness. But the general expectation is for us to hit stability on a very high level, perform really great. I don't care about trophies this season because we won trophies back to back in previous seasons, but no be that one.
You don't care about trophies this season?
Yeah, and the reason why is because we cannot win the trophies that matter. To win Carabao Cup will not change Manchester United. We are too big for. If you win FA Cup, we already did that. You get. We are current holders of the cup. Obviously, I'm not saying don't win.
Shouldn't you target winning the Europa League?
Yes, we can win the Europa League. Like, but I'm not saying like that is how I would earmark. Oh, this was a great season because of the cup, because we not lacked a cup. If it's about the cup in and of itself, but I know that it will be a good plus. But what I really need, like what I need the most, is the performance on the pitch. I need that to be very, very, very solid. I need us to fix that, because if we can fix that, it absolutely lifts our ceiling for what comes next, which is very important. In 5th place, I think Liverpool will come 5th. In 6th place, I think Chelsea will come 6th. I do want to add, yes, because, and the reason why I put Chelsea there is because Chelsea have, I personally think they have the most technically grittier crop of attackers in the league. In like Pedro Neto, Palmer, Felix. A lot of times people forget that when a player at 18 has the expectation to be like the best in the world, and the player actually doesn't hit that Messi level, Ronaldo level, the player doesn't come to like a Pepe level. He drops to like a second tier possible world beater. And that's so there are players that their stocks are down because their stocks were incredibly high when they were younger. So for instance, Matthias De Ligt, from like 18, we thought he was going to, it's going to be Yamstown. And that expectation is there. But he has not delivered on that expectation, one. But he hasn't dropped to the levels where people now think that he can't do anything. That's why I think Felix is going to, if the synergy sets in early, I think they're in for a very exciting season. The excitement might not lead to like the points they need, because it's the first season, there's a lot of learning to go around. So that's basically my own top 6. I have 2 wild cards that I know that might not go as planned as in what I've listed from my top 6. I think Liverpool might do something remarkable, like an outside chance. Liverpool might do something very remarkable because they have the best attacker in the league. Salah is just a demon, and if he wants to do parting gifts for us in the league, I think he's well within his rights to just do a madness, and you'll be wondering, can that right back not pursue him? He cannot. It's not about you. It's just what Salah can do. So there's just a lot of wild card possibilities. And the wild card is on Liverpool and Chelsea. If Chelsea can hit synergy really well, like look at what they did in their last match. That's really, their XG was 1.89, and they scored 6 goals in that game. Very impressive. Even Spurs, they were also, I think they also did 6 or something. Was it 6?
No, I think they did 4.
4, okay. Yeah, I think 4-2 or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so there is the excitement, but I think it's going to be a very tough season. I think it's going to be a very tough season. And do you know why I think it's
Hold
going
on,
to be?
correct me if I'm wrong, oh, but outperforming your XG is not necessarily a good metric, is it?
Oh, it is. It means that you are more efficient than the chances that you've gotten.
So yeah, and like for me personally, I don't like a consistent um outperforming XG strain because
Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I
yes,
get what you mean.
yes,
Because it shows
like
that you are not putting yourself in positions where you should be able to score.
exactly.
Okay, I
Yeah,
get what you mean. I get what you mean. But when a player
yeah.
outperforms, when a team outperforms their XG, it means that they're super efficient. So they are not
Yeah.
getting as much chances, but they are killing it off when they get the
Killing the
chances.
chances that they are getting.
Liverpool is that kind of demon. But just at Liverpool, they will outperform the SG and still put the SG at like a 4 point something. You'll be wondering that, like, when they. Nah, man, just focus on the future. But yes. And,
Okay, so you're number one.
that's true.
Run it. Wait,
So,
what
number
do you want
one,
to say?
Arsenal, City. No, like, we're playing Liverpool next. Like, that's the
Where?
next match we're playing. In Old Trafford. Old Trafford.
Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah. So is Arsenal, City, Tottenham, United, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Okay, all right, my turn. Right, I'm going to start from sixth. Uh, Personally, I do believe, currently speaking, with what I'm seeing right now, I think that Chelsea will finish sixth as well. I didn't have them in European spots before, but now with the signings, their last game, they started the game with Mudryk, Palmer, Mudryk left wing, Palmer, CAM, Madueke right wing, and then they brought on Felix Nkunku and Neto, and I'm like,
Neto.
what the hell?
That's
That
a
is
very good
crazy.
depth.
That's crazy attacking depth, but I still feel that they have a midfield conundrum. They can't really blend that midfield to bring proper balance because you have two high purchase signings in Caicedo and Enzo who cannot play together, right? In my opinion. You have Lavia who costs 50 million, who is supposed to be the guaranteed starter because it looked like everything flows through him. So how do you now build the midfield? It's looking to me like Maresca is going to have to play a 4-2-3-1 where the three up top behind the striker are attacking talents. So you can envision the four that are above the back four and the two double pivots being, you can have your winger, your CAM, your right winger, and your striker, which means your midfield has to be really defensively solid and they
Defensively
have to be
solid.
very smart because they'll have a lot of work to do in covering like space and all of that. But I feel like that midfield, until Maresca gets that, as well as a back line, I personally don't think they have a strong defense. I
I
think all
agree.
their centre backs are mid. They are
Scream.
as mid comes. there
Scream.
is no single there's no single centre back that I would take from Chelsea right now and put on my bench.
You should
Okay,
have signed
the one
Delete.
the one I would have taken, they want to sell him, and that's Chaluba.
That's so sad.
I think Chaloba is a solid guy, but be that as it may, I think they'll still do relatively well, in most games. Once Malo Gusto gets up to it, he's going to really, we'll see glimpses of the Malo Gusto we saw last season, and Malo Gusto towards the end of last season was a really good fullback. So I think Chelsea for sixth. For fifth, I think it's going to be Manchester United. I think it's
Awesome.
going to be
Awesome.
Manchester United for fifth because, and we've talked about this before, I don't think you got the signings, the profiles you were meant to get. Personal opinion. Um, I don't think it works as brilliantly as we think, as you seem to think, because I have a couple of screenshots from your tweets that I've taken down that we'll be revisiting as we go on, especially on this podcast. But yeah, I personally think that Manchester United will do good in the games that they will do good in, but I feel as though Ten Hag has not shown that when things are not working from the get-go, that his system or his structure is able to force things into positive outcomes. It is most likely going to rely on the brilliance of one or two players to just take take the game by the scruff of the neck and just do something based on their own ability more than just the system. Like you just see maybe a Bruno Worldy or something like that. Anyways, I personally think that Manchester United is going to finish fifth again. In fact, my prediction for Manchester United is finishing fifth in the league, but winning the Europa League. So that will be back. That will be back in the Champions League. But then,
it's the kind of thing that Ten Hag can pull off.
Exactly. I've seen now that he has cup competition magic. I can't deny that.
Yeah, Man's Mario, and all those type of things.
Yeah. If you have 2 visits to Wembley and you win both, that's commendable. So I think he's going to finish fifth in the league. I think that he's going to win the Europa League. So fifth, Manchester United. Fourth, I think fourth is going to be Liverpool. The reason why I say that is because as of now, they're getting Federico Chiesa, who is a ball striking demon. Like I love wingers who simply strike the ball left or right foot and it goes in, right? Trossard. Luis Diaz has it as well. Jota is the king of it.
Smash.
Jota is just the king of it. And of course they have Salah and all of that. But I still think they're lacking that DM that gives them the steel to deal with many of the midfield battles that they will need to deal with this season. And this season, there are a lot of stronger teams. There are lots of stronger teams. You look at, by the time you face Crystal Palace, you are facing Adam Wharton in the midfield. Palace. You face what's their name now? You face didn't Fulham just buy Sander Berge?
Yeah,
Fulham bought Sander Berge. Brighton got Matt O'Reilly, and they have this Baleba guy.
That guy is good.
Very good. Very good. If you see the run that he played just their last game, giving an assist to Adingra. You face Aston Villa, and they have Boubacar Kamara in the midfield. They have McGinn and these Rodgers. These Rodgers that was dribbling Partey and Rice all over the pitch. So you're going to have a lot of midfield battles, and you have to be ready to to do that dirty work, and not just from aggression, but like with ability. Because I feel like they have people like they have McAllister, they have Soboslai, they have Elliott, Curtis Jones, Ryan Gravenberch, but these guys are technicians. These guys are box-to-box midfielders or deep playmakers. They don't have like a proper DM that can break up play, anticipate, intercept, that kind of stuff. So I feel like that's going to hurt them. But attacking-wise, they have depth.
I think there's a bias as to what a system or a midfield should be. That I feel like the football world has not evolved or taken consideration into like I can see the place for midfields with a mixture of like a Gravenberch, who's to an extent has been misprofiled by a lot of people because it's just like where Pogba was really good and nifty with his leg and dribble. So now people now say, okay, he should be an AM. But Pogba obviously had the AM ability, but with Gravenberch, he has a bit of tricks in his box, but he's not actually a Pogba. He's actually he can play a lot in the holding role. So a Gravenberch and what's that other short guy that he bought from? Where did they buy that guy from? McAllister. A Gravenberch McAllister pairing can work in the type of system they want to play because they actually don't keep the ball in the middle. I don't know if you've noticed. It's a very swift transitional. It's a back and forth
it's just a very tricky system. That's very relevant That's relevant when you have the ball. What happens when you don't have it? Because what you're talking about here, this plan and this system you're talking about, we tried it. We were playing midfields of Cazorla, Ramsey, and Wilshere.
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to do the whole, tiki-taka tactical. And we've been seeing Watford be bullying us with Etienne Capoue, and all the like. So
and Dembele,
I think and Dembele, oh my God,
that guy was a demon, man.
It was unbelievable. So I feel like they're going to miss that, but I still think that the work of Mohamed Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who I think is going to give them an amazing farewell season once he gets his head locked in. Mm-hmm. They still have Alisson, they still have Van Dijk. I think Konate is still a top centre back. obviously, as the past couple of months have finally established for the world of football, is nowhere near Saliba's level, but Saliba is like
Screw.
otherworldly. So Konate is still really, really
Don't
good.
worry,
You know,
Madrid will come for their otherworldly talents. Just keep him while you may.
so Konate is still really good. They still have a good defense. You know, they have Simikas and what's his face, Robertson left back.
Robertson.
You know, this I believe in this Bradley kid. That Bradley kid, I believe in him. You know,
Oh,
so
the
he can
right back.
deputize well. The right back,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
So they have ballers, yeah. But my thing is just that midfield. They don't have that
Yeah,
steel
they are
that
light.
can get you through.
They are light.
They're light. So I put them at fourth for that reason. At third, I have Tottenham Hotspur, and that's simply because I mean they have
Angie.
Ange Postecoglou. His style of play is attacking. It's overwhelming in the attacking prowess and what it brings to the table. So yeah, I mean Heung-min Son is there. Their midfield was really really solid last year. They knew what they needed to do, and they did it well. And I feel like this summer they've gotten rid of players that didn't really blend in.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, they're gonna be really dangerous. I think after the international break, either after the international break, I think Arsenal were going to their stadium. In fact, we have Tottenham and Man City back to back away,
Oh,
both games away. So I'm like,
that's
oh Lord,
we need to do like 3 episodes.
yeah. No, we'll be fine. Don't worry. We got this. We got this.
Yeah. You got this. You got it. You got this. You got this.
So
Please
I
subscribe. Subscribe. You don't want to miss this episode. Just
you don't want to miss the cooking.
yeah.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Keep it locked in.
Yeah, we have Tottenham first away. That's September 15th, and then immediately the next Sunday after that, we have Man City away. Whew, oh Lord God.
Don't worry. Send
But-
down your war like a sword.
So I think they're going to be really, really, really difficult to play because I personally believe that they have top 3 centre-back pairings in the league. Top 3 centre-back pairings in the league. You know,
Who is that? Tottenham, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yes.
agree.
So I put them at third. At second, obviously, I put Man City, and I put Man City because I think Man City is still Man City. And they're even more dangerous now. They have Savinho. We'll get into that in the next episode when we're analyzing transfers. But I don't know. I just feel they've done the treble, and I think they've done the treble
done
before where they
treble,
conquered England.
quadruple.
They've done treble twice.
Yeah. No, there's local treble, then international treble.
Exactly. So and then they've won 4 in a row. I just think there is nowhere
there's
else to go
yeah.
after that. Yeah.
It's hard to guess
So
past that.
yeah. They will go far in the Champions League. Maybe they might even win like one of the local cups, FA Cup or Carabao Cup. But I don't think they're going to win the league again because the past 2 years we have closed the gap on them. And then last season was very fundamental. Obviously, if I'm saying Man City are coming second, then Arsenal is winning the league. According to my bold and hopeful prediction, it's not just bold.
Newcastle.
It's not just bold. It's bold and hopeful. I'm putting hope because I was watching this video the other day, this Guardiola video from the All or Nothing. He was doing, Gundo, you are there, Rodri. I love it, Gundo. Tiki taka tiki. I'm going to retire, guys. I'm like, God, who is this madman? How are we meant to compete?
He's crazy. No, he's actually crazy.
But yeah, I just think we've closed the gap over the past 2 seasons, and the distance is not so bad. So 2022-2023 season, we were looking, oh my God, we are trying to win the league. But when we faced Man City, we still had a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing so much better than us. Last season, when we faced them, there was so much disregard. Like
maturity.
we're more calm. We
Conviction.
took the game to them. I hate that idea that we went to Etihad to go and draw. I hate it so much because it's so dishonest and it's so untrue. This is a place where they have not lost in how long? Like they have not lost at their stadium in how long? I think only maybe Wolves had beaten them at their stadium, and that was that wonder goal by Pedro Neto. But like they've not lost. No, was that?
They're currently on 31 unbeaten.
So I mean, nobody has beaten them in their home all this while. Their champions have been winning back to back, and everybody's expecting us to just go there and steamroll them in their house. Of course not. We tried to win, but we also applied our defensive responsibility. People want to do, play your game, play sweet game. Now some people, they play sweet game, they collect 4-3 for Etihad. See Ipswich,
No,
when they try, they try the ball.
So you see,
The commentator said they dared scored first.
No, you see, when it comes to City, you need hate. Your players need to hate them. And I think City, like from the way they've been mocking Arsenal, they are giving Arsenal what they need, which is the hate factor. Look at Manchester United, for instance. We beat them anywhere when they slip up. Why? Because we hate. Hate is a strong driving force. It makes things happen. So like there is a defiance that is needed to beat it. It's not.
Oh my God! Did you see the picture of this? Was it the PFA Awards or whatever? If you see the way Gabriel and Saliba were looking at Rodri when he was saying that nonsense, they were looking at him like, we will catch you.
Exactly. So they need that defiance. They need that because you can hardly ever beat City based on, and that's what I'm happy that I hope Arteta has picked that up. You're not going to beat everything based on tactics. You're not going to win every match based on tactics because everybody likes to think about football from a tactical point of view because now 3-4-2, 5-5-5, whatever. But in truth, you need a mentality thing, and that's why one of the most successful, if not the most successful active coach in Europe is Ancelotti. It's not purely because if not, Pep should be able to have won more at that level. But the reason why people kill it or why Madrid kills it is not because they're tactically aware. Barcelona is more tactically aware than Madrid. But Madrid have more conviction than Barcelona. So when it comes down to who are we, Madrid will say, are you joking here? We are Madrid. And they would have a way of just imposing themselves. Obviously, there's tactical context to it, but there's just a conviction that really makes them rise above. And I think Arsenal needs to ride on that when they go to City or when they take up any tough team, not because of a tactical nuance, and that's why Trossard is a mighty strong weapon for you guys because Trossard is not just looking at the tactical. He's almost like a give me half chance. Do you get just
from anywhere?
Anywhere, and I like it sometimes when Rashford gets into that mood, but it feels like he's too emotional with his execution. Like I have to be at a particular wavelength for me to perform at this level, and that is why one issue I have with Rashford. But Garnacho, for instance, his mentality is a bit because he's younger and he's like, more any chance where I get like this. I take it. You get, and even though he's not a pleasing footballer to watch, you can see the mentality and how like he goes to any extent, whatever it is. And I tell people, there are players that their mentality is more of an X factor than their ability. McTominay, same thing.
Yes.
Mentality more than ability.
Oh, that's a perfect point you just raised because that's what I would say about Garnacho.
Yes, his mentality
more mentality than ability.
Because like even Ronaldo is more mentality than ability. Dalot, more mentality than ability. Bruno Fernandes, more mentality. People don't know that Bruno Fernandes did not always play at top tier football. When you hear their full story, you understand why they play the way they play. But people are very, very attracted to players that have ability. You just say, Paul Pogba, have you seen the way? But his mentality is not there. Do you get like Jordan Sancho? Have you seen his quick feet? His mentality is not there. So there's a lot more. Like for instance, Anthony has mentality X factor, ability deficiency. So there are different players of that kind of thing. But I think Arsenal needs to play more on their conviction to do rather than their tactical overdoing. And that's one thing I want to just say about Arsenal is I like the way. It's something that Mourinho used to do when he was building his team. I'm a Mourinho boy, so it's obvious that I'll cite Mourinho. Mourinho would always.
We all know. We are all aware that you're a Mourinho boy.
Very important. He said, I need to have advantage that is clear over my opponent. So there's physical advantage, there's tactical advantage, there's technical advantage. Man City have a strong technical advantage because their players are almost like this technical, they can do anything. That's why everybody's expecting, you want your DM to be like Rodri. That's so it happen. that's so they pick them up for shit. So there's the technical ability, but there's the physical ability, which is where Mourinho always ensure that if we go 11-11, I must have at least like 6 people that will be better than you physically, so that when we dog the match, I can rise above you. So that's why you would like Fellaini, McTominay, Lukaku. Arsenal have come up with a formula for physically dominating.
Ooh,
and also
yes.
technically being there, and then you now have the tactical balance. But that physical domination would win you a lot of games, like because the physical domination is quite consistent. So like if I'm physically stronger than you, I have an advantage in almost every scenario, except I have a lapse. So for instance, set pieces will always happen. If I'm more effective on set pieces, I have an advantage over you, even because that's not based on what's that word that they always say, the flow of the game. Like if I am on the attack, if you're on the defense, all of that, it's just a set piece. I take my chance. So I think Arsenal has been able to cook really well in that regard, and I'm really excited for the season. But stick with us on RDF as we journey through this season.
Oh, another thing that I'm very excited about with Arsenal is that, and I've been waiting for this for a long time, Bukayo Saka is no longer nice. He is no longer nice. From that Euros, when everybody was saying that I feel bad for Ian Wright because I know he didn't mean bad, but Arsenal fans really like piled on him, and I'm like, yo, you guys take it easy. He's still Ian Wright. He's still a club legend, but it obviously shouldn't have been from his mouth that they'll say they should send Saka to left back so Palmer can play, But I understood what he was trying to say. But then when he played in the next game and he scored and he did this, blah 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 blah, I say, Bukayo, Lenue. I say, okay, Bukayo don't vex. When we played Aston Villa last weekend, when he was going off, when he was substituted and he was going off, he told the Villa fans to shush. I said, when he scored against the Wolves, look at the celebration. It was like, we were like, who else? Now me now. I'm like, well done. We have arrived. And that's what I've been waiting for since. I would have been so much more confident if Martinelli was on that same vibe. I personally think something is going on in his life. So he's mentally he's switched off. There's a personal struggle somewhere. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because since this boy came from Ituano, he's been a dog. But that dog is just not there anymore. Like,
no, don't worry.
It's so sad.
You see, there are players that are not as consistent, but they have it. Like for instance, I was telling somebody last year, Rashford lost a mother figure. There are some factors that you cannot just see and just say, okay, is this, is that. And there's tactical approach and how it can affect or opportunity cost share. But a player is a player. And because Martinelli in that preseason against Manchester United was ridiculous.
It was.
Like, what? So I think you would definitely see it. I think you definitely see it.
He had so many... what we're praising Trossard for now, that 2022-2023 season, Martinelli was doing it. Left foot, right foot. I remember there was a goal we scored against West Ham that season that it looked like he was about to cross. But he just took a shot with his left foot and the ball went like the tiniest corner and entered. I'm like, yo, the ball striking is crazy, So, anyways, yeah, that's it for our predictions for the 2024-2025 season. And this is our first episode on RDF. We didn't say this at the beginning, but do well to like, share, and subscribe and turn on notifications.
I can finally say
to those people.
You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, so you don't miss any episode because the notification.
That's so right.
Notified.
Listen, we're trying to build a community here, and from time to time, from episode to episode, we'll welcome other fans. Of course, we chose to do it this way because Ore and I are pretty much brothers, and we've been having these back-to-back conversations from Twitter for long. So
Yeah, I've been
yeah,
cooking him
but
for a while.
that's an absolute lie. You know you're a dad
When
now.
last
You
did you
can't
win
be
a
telling
trophy?
lies.
When last
You
did
can't be
win a
telling
trophy?
lies. You are no. See, you know
When
you're a
last,
dad.
when last did you win a trophy?
You have to.
Can you just
20,
can you just
20, I won a trophy at the beginning of 2023-2024 season. The Community Shield.
such a beach?
When Manchester City won the Community Shield, they posted it and they did first trophy. Arteta has won one FA Cup, two Community Shields.
That's fine.
Thank you. Give me the FA Cup he won. He beat City in the semi-final. He beat Chelsea in the final. The first Community Shield, he beat Liverpool that just won the league. The next Community Shield, he beat Man City that just won the league. Give him his respect.
So now he's going to win. Yeah.
Now he's going to win the league. Hopefully, and the FA Cup. Give me a double because we have suffered. For my shame, give me double.
True.
For my suffering.
True. Actually, for the shame, you might need like 4 trophies.
We will see what happens this season. All right. This is the RDF community. Fill the comment section with your own comments and your own disagreements or agreements or extra points or stuff you may want us to talk about. And we'll definitely look into everything that you say. Also, interact with us on social media. We're on cover that Jersey Ore. We're on Instagram at rdfpod_, and we are on TikTok at RDF. Wait, let me be sure that I got that correctly.
Don't worry, we'll put it in the comment section.
Yes, I got it right. RDFpod_ for Instagram, RDFpod for TikTok, and then let's build this community and make football discussions sweet. All right.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.
Rightly dividing football.
Rightly dividing football.
Rightly dividing football.